All right, very good. Very good. All right, very cool. Very cool. All right, good. We're going to actually turn that off. Okay, so according to this study, reducing wait times by 30 to 60 seconds. Now, here's a failing. Here's another failing. You have to use an average. I want a direct relationship. I want a relationship that goes something like this. Reducing wait times by an average of 45 seconds results in an improvement of satisfaction by 10% or 20%. I don't want a range. A range is not usable. Yeah? So you want to say customer satisfaction goes up by this percent per minute. Yeah? Don't give me a range. All right. Good. They discuss the impact of faster queue management, blah, 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 blah. All right, good. And that's their reference. Good. Now, what's the impact of automation and facial recognition? Source says that, this source says that quantifies time reductions from personalized service options showing improvements similar to those achieved by facial recognition and order customization. All right, that's not useful to me. Okay. This is what I want to say, right? Numbers. I've studied that, gives us numbers, gives us the effect of something we're measuring on something that we want to measure. Yeah? All right, very good. Okay, so again, this is not really useful to me because what they're saying is, well, what they're saying here, well, what they're saying is that it's true using robotic arms, because there's a point at which the chef uses a robotic arm to retrieve the ingredients instead of walking over to each cabinet, right? And they're saying it's true that robotic arms can improve efficiency because this study says that, right? All right, that's fine. But it's not helping me in terms of the calculation of the effectiveness, the increase in effectiveness, right? No, increased revenue from repeat customers. This is what's helping me. This says that reducing wait times can increase repeat customer rates by 25 to 40%. Here's the problem. I need the number of minutes to percentage. I need a direct relationship. This is where they fell down, right? I need a study which says reducing it by 1 minute improves customer returns by this percentage. Yeah. All right, very good. Okay, very good. Effectiveness impact. Okay, so this is basically where they're falling down. They're saying that reducing wait time by 60 seconds, right? Now, this, as I said, this should be a specific number with a specific percentage, right? Now, here's where they fall down dramatically. Customer satisfaction is not return rate. So you need a study linking improvement in wait time to customer satisfaction and a link between customer satisfaction and return rate. See, they've given me half of the picture here. Yeah, they've given me half of the picture. Just because they're satisfied doesn't mean they're going to return. Yeah. Right. So I need one of two things to make this calculation complete. either a study linking reduction in wait time to return rate, right? Meaning this percentage of customers return based on the reduction in the wait time, or two studies, one linking reduction in wait time to customer satisfaction, and link between customer satisfaction and return rate. Everybody with me? All right. So we need one of two things, right? So we need one of two things, one of two studies. Link between reduced wait time to return rate, right? Right? Or two studies. Study showing, or we need a study showing a link between right? You're going to be saying I can't spell. Or, actually, let's just copy this whole thing, right? Study show, study A, one study, or study A, right? Show a link between reduced wait time to customer satisfaction, and study B show a link between customer satisfaction, right, to customer return rate. See, I'm copy pasting because when you retype stuff, it's an opportunity to make mistake. All right, everybody with me? So we need either one study showing a link between reduced wait time and customer return rate, or two studies. Customer A shows a link between reduced wait time and customer satisfaction, and then study B shows a link between customer satisfaction and customer return rate. Everybody with me? What group one has given me here is a good start. But it lacks study B. Study B is missing. They've only shown, so in other words, we can't just assume that because people are satisfied, they're going to return. That's a huge assumption. Major assumption, right? Major assumption. You can't sort of assume that. All right, good. So we need either this or this, right? Right? And so that's one of the big places where they follow. So, all right. So they say that the study shows that wait time reduction of 30 to 60 seconds. The other thing is I want a link between specific numbers, not ranges, right? So something like 1 minute reduction equals 10% increase in return rate, right? Or 5% increase in customer satisfaction. All right. Everybody with me? What I was saying? All right, very good. So they're assuming, all right, so with a 7-minute reduction, return rate could increase by 35%. So I would have thought that it would be 7 by, you see, the numbers don't add up. Numbers don't add up because if a 60%, if a 60-second improvement improves satisfaction by 20%, you see, there's just something missing here. There's something missing here. And the other problem with this is they don't say what is the current return rate, right? No, actually, you don't need current return rate because if you're increasing the return rate by 35%, okay. So anyway, the calculation goes something like this: 35% return rate means 35% of 1,500 more customers per month, which is 525 additional customers every month, right? When you multiply that by the additional profit per returning customer, right? It becomes 525 times 266, which is that. Now, here's the other problem. Here's the other problem with their calculation. Remember that they said that the new profitability, the increased profitability is $3.85, right? So this should be 385 plus 1 is 485 times this 525. Yeah. So in other words, I don't see how they got this 266. Yeah. So those are some of the mistakes they made. All right. Okay. And so they're saying that increased profitability is 16,000 per year. Increased profitability due to effectiveness is 16,000. Increased profitability due to efficiency is 485, right? Times the yeah. So there's something's not adding up here. I don't know exactly what's going on here. But yeah, it should be 525 times the 385 times the 485, right? And then times 12 would give you the amount per year, right? Any questions? Anyway, with all the mistakes and problems, they got it by far. I mean, the next group was like 65%, I think, right? 3B. Now, who did a good job on 3B? Now, 3B. No, 3B. Let's look at something. 3B, we said that who did a decent job on 3B? That was 4. Who did a decent job on 3B? Let's see. For 3B, we have group 1 again. Oh, all right. So group 1 has been doing some really good work, and that's just the truth of the matter. But let's not go to group 1 again. Let me look at this email that I got. Let's see who did a fairly good job in the resubmission. Let me see who did a fairly good job on a resubmission. Team 1 did a great job on a resubmission, apparently. Okay. Team 4 also did a fantastic job. Where's Team 4? Oh, no, that's online group. Oh, that's online group. Let's look at face-to-face. Team 1, yeah, they did a fantastic job. So Team 1 has really been burning up the thing, right? Team 1 again, 95. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to say the actual grade. But team 4 in face-to-face as well. And team 5 and team 6. Yeah. 1, 4, 5, and 6 did a great job. Where's team 6? Who is team 6? Team 6? No, you guys got a lot of featuring. Team 5. Where's team 5? Who is team 5? You guys want us to look at your no, that's 4. We already just looked at 4. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I just made a mistake. We already looked at 4, and this is feedback on 4. All right. But T for 3B, we could look at really 4 or 5. Team 4? Who's team 4? Who's team 5? You guys want us to look at your 3B? All right, okay, very good. All right, people, we're almost out of time now, but let's do what we can. All right, so the team 5, right? All right, very good. Let's look at this as quickly as we can. Let's see if we can make some Ablash Boma, Aditya, Arif, Gopi Ready Eater, Perty Mortgage, etc., etc. All right, let's see what these guys did for 3B. All right. Okay, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. All right, so they have a current, which is part 0. They have a revised, which is part 1, right? And then they have a narrative per KPI. All right, let's see what these guys did, what they did good, what they did wrong. All right, so I wanted a red border around each task, not around a group of tasks. Yeah, they're close. They're giving me a red border around a group of tasks. So they get the idea, but I disagreed with what they did. I wanted a red border per task, right? But they're using the format. Because first of all, they have a current, which they're supposed to call part 0, though, right? Call it part 0, your current, right? Like I did in the examples. They're using the red borders around the current to show that these are taken away, yeah? And then for the revised, they're doing the following the format. They're giving me green borders around the new tasks, yeah? Green lines around the new task, but I want the border, not a line around the task, right? Change the actual border, right? But they're following the format though, right? With their style, but they're following the format. This is the whole point, right? Now, look at the level of detail. All right, so they have their swim lanes. They're using colors for the different swim lanes. Have their start, they have the end. They are using, here's where they're falling down. They don't have the data stores. The parallelograms, they don't have the data stores. They're falling down there, right? What they are doing right, though, is they have many different activities. They've broken down the activities into many parts, yeah? It's broken down into a lot of parts. It's also interactive. Notice you have, so I'm seeing some of them with like a sequence of tasks, one to the other in a swim lane. Now, I can tell you, this is not, I'm pretty sure I said something negative about this. The fact that you have all this stuff happening in a sequence without any interaction with the system or with the staff. That shouldn't be. You should have arrows between swim lanes. That's what makes sense to me. Not a whole sequence of activities. And then finally, a connection to another swim lane, right? A lot of you had that. A lot of you had like a whole swim lane arrows through the whole swim lane, and then up to the top of the next swim lane, arrows through all of those activities, and then an arrow up to the next swim lane, arrows through all of those. That doesn't make sense, right? It should be interactive with arrows between swim lanes. Cool? All right. Yes.
The interaction between the swim lanes, they should follow us some sequence. So that's the reason why the students learn it mostly after one point.
Most of why they?
Yes, there should be some interaction between other the swim lanes too, right?
Hmm.
In order to go through the first, there are few sequence of orders where the student itself needs to follow. That's the reason why you got only one connection over there instead of the swim lanes.
All right, let's drill down. All right. So we have a challenge over here. We have a challenge over here. All right. Now, so first the student decides on the job type, then selects courses to do, I guess, review example resumes, sign up on job sites, get recommendations, decide job type. All right. Why isn't the career counseling helping the student to decide what type of job what
type of job to decide on?
To decide on based on their personality? They're doing a whole bunch of stuff by themselves. Select courses. Okay. Why isn't the career advising saying no, okay, based on that job type, or why isn't the career advisor saying, okay, based on that job type you've selected, these are some good courses to take, right?
Once they have gone through all the reviews, resumes, and then once they submitted the resume, then the career department comes into the section where they are advising.
Oh, wait. No. Hang on 1 second. No, let's back up totally. Let's totally back up because this is the before. Let's look at it after. Okay. Oh, no. They still have a problem. Okay. No. So what I'm saying, Sandia, is why are you independently doing all of this by yourself as a student? Why is there no assistance from the career section? Why isn't the career section saying, okay, let's come and have you do a personality test? Anybody ever heard of Myers-Briggs tests? INTJ, IFTJ, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And INTJ says you're a journalist or whatever. IFJK says you're a construction manager, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 4 different dimensions, right? Yeah. Why are they selecting courses on their own? How do they know which courses relate to which job type? How do you see? If they're doing all of this stuff, by themselves, then I mean,
They can
And
find
they
out.
just doing the basic background search, then they are going to the rest of the activities.
they're doing a basic background search.
Instead of directly going for some advices, it's better to do some basic search and then go for that.
Why? With an automated system, everybody should have access to it. Instead of 10 career advisors, everybody could have a log on to the system and be taking this test to decide what type of job would suit them. You see what I'm saying? No? You're in that group? You're in that group? No. So what I'm saying is, when you revise a system, you should have much, even if it could have been like this before, because it was a bad system, because that's the old way. But in the new way, it's supposed to be a lot more interactive. See what I'm saying? You're supposed to have intervention that's helping you to go in the right direction from early on, right? Because the reality, all right, you see in India, you choose a major, you do it. 4 years later, you're done. You don't mess around, right? You don't have the time, you don't have the money, right? Here, people do 7 different majors. 10 years, they haven't graduated yet, right? You take it for granted that people don't need guidance because maybe in India, whatever you get chosen for, whatever you select or whatever you get into, you just do it, period. No ifs, no buts, no maybes, right? So you take it for granted that people don't need guidance, and you take it for granted that they don't flounder and go back and forth. But people do 4, 5, 6 majors here in the States, right? They have a thing called graduation rate. I think they have a 4-year graduation rate and a 6-year graduation rate. Meaning, what's the percentage of students who graduate after 6 years? And I'll tell you what, it's not 100%. Is it a point? But you see, all right, it's like typical 6-year graduation rate, right? %68. In other words, in America, just over 2/3 of people graduate after 6 years. You see the point? In India, you don't mess around. Same thing with Jamaica. You get into university, you work, you butt off, you get it done, period. You don't care about whether the major fits you, or you're happy, or you really like doing this, or this is really you, or this feels really fulfilling. In countries like India, Jamaica, China, we don't have that luxury. You see what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that we wouldn't have more productive societies if people got this kind of guidance from high school to choose the careers that do actually match them, right? In countries like India, Jamaica, China. Time up? We're saying, wait. And we have 3 minutes left, See how it's out of order? All right. Point is, they're following the format though, right? But it needs to be much more interactive, and you need the data stores, right? But the other thing is that they're very detailed. They're broken down a lot. They're very detailed, right? Right? The shapes are used properly. See, this is a decision. Over here, this is a decision, right? They're using the shapes properly. They have the swim lanes properly done, etc., etc. So these are really good BPMs, even though I don't agree with what they've done in the BPM totally, because it should be a lot more interactive, but they're good BPMs. Now, what else do they have? They have, the other thing they did right is they have a part 2, right? And in part 2, they have how all right, here's the mistakes they have here. So they do have it broken down by KPI, but I don't need a repetition of the I don't need a repetition of the percentages, right? What I want is the tasks which have been changed per KPI. Understand? So in other words, make sure to number your tasks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then say, for example, let's say this is task 11, 12, 13, 14, right? Let's say this was this task 11, 12, 13, 14, and you tick them out. You say, to achieve KPI 1, which is reduction in wait time, right? We removed task 11, 12, 13, 14, and we replaced with task A, B, C, D, yeah? So that's what I want you to do per KPI. You've already talked about the improvements in the KPIs on Deliverable 4. For 3B, I want a very simple, these are the tasks that have been added, and these are the ones that have been removed per KPI. Got me? Like I did on the example. All right, so yeah. 3 parts, part 0, part 1, part 2. Part 0 is the current with the red borders. Part 1 is the new with the green borders. And part 2 is the narrative of the tasks which have been added and removed per KPI. Yeah. All right. We are truly out of time. I'll upload these recordings from today on Tuesday, and then remember 3 submissions. Couple things before you go. 3 submissions. All right, 3 submissions. If you're failing as at December 8, 9, I'm going to say to your group, redo this, that, to get a B. But there will be no resubmissions after December 8, 9 to get an A. Everybody with me? If you're at a B at the exam, then you're stuck at a B. If you're at a C or a D, when the exam comes, you get a chance to get to a B, right? All right, and finally, 2%. No, let's do something better. Let's 3% extra credit if I get 90%. 90% response rate on the evaluations. All right, 1% for 70%, or 1.5% for 75%, for 70%. All right. See you guys December 3. Yes.
So deliverable 5, I have wrongly submitted twice. So I do not have another attempt to make. So what do I do? I've submitted.
No, it doesn't matter.
It is not allowing me another attempt.
It's not. All right, I'll increase it. It's all right. I'll increase it. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What matters is the regradings.
Sorry?
It's the regradings. So in other words, it's going to be regraded. You're going to get 3 grades for it.
Yeah.
Understand? So it doesn't matter how many times you submit between the regradings.
Okay.
Understand? So the fact that what I'll do is remove the limits.
Yeah.
I'll make it unlimited.
Yes, please.
All right?
On everything?
Yeah, on everything. And the important thing is that you're going to get 3 grades.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter how many times you submit in between each grade.
And
Make sense?
deliverable 4, the first one doesn't count because everyone has done that, right? Because that's what you said.
No. Well, it's 3. It's 3. So I'm not going to give you a 4 for deliverable 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm just giving you 3 for everything.
I see.
But Professor, what you said in the class is you're not going to consider the first one
Yeah.
and you're going to make it as surprise. So
Yeah.
we need to
Yeah, I know.
submit
But-
it 4 times.
Yeah.
No, but hold on a second. No, but what I'm saying is, no. So understand what I'm saying. I'm not going to give you 4 for deliverable 3. For
Four.
deliverable.
Deliverable 4.
What I'm doing is giving 3 for everything. So instead of only deliverable 4 getting 3 attempts, I'm giving 3 attempts for everything.
Yeah, actually, but what you told in
Yeah.
class is you're not going to consider the first one and you're
Yeah.
going to make it as
Yeah, man. But what I'm saying, don't confuse it though. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that I'm giving you, no. But here's what I'm saying. All right, put it this way. I'm doing the same thing for all the deliverables. I'm considering the first one as not counting.
gotcha.
All right, you see that? Does that clear it up?
Oh, we got
Yes.
3 apart from the first one. Submission.
No, I can't give you 3 apart. I was already giving you 2 apart from the first one. Before it was 1, the first one plus another one. Then I said for deliverable 4, I'm giving you 2 apart from the first one.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
What? All right. Here's the good news. Here's the great news. You want good news? This is going to clear it up nicely for you. The good news is that you don't need. Here's the good news. The good news is that for deliverable 4, you don't need 4. Here's why. Because already I looked at some feedback, and what I'm seeing is that for deliverable 4, for deliverable 4 people, everybody's at 95, 85, 95, 90, 95, 85. And that's at the second submission. Make sense?
Gotcha.
So another one, so you don't need a 4.
Okay.
Because as at 2, you're at 80, 85, 90, 95.
Okay.
See that?
Yeah.
So
I still see the older marks actually for deliverable 4.
I've put them in it.
Oh, so I need to
So
check
which
again.
one did you?
Deliverable 4.
When did you put in the second one? When did you put them in?
Long before.
No, I'm just about to put the mark from my team. I won't tell you which team. I have 2.
Oh, so
I'm
you
keeping it
still haven't
anonymous.
posted it out.
Right?
You still haven't posted it out.
I'm just about to post.
Oh, you're about.
Yeah. Yeah. And the marks were good. It's good marks. Yeah, as high as 95. As high as 95. You're in which group? Which group number are you?
10.
10? Let me see if you got a here. Well, you could do some more work.
Was that 55?
No, man. You
That
want
was
to,
the
you want to
old
tell
one.
everybody, you want to hear it? 85.
Oh.
Right? So the third submission will still help.
We can do that.
Right? Yeah, you can still do better, but it's gonna get another regrade. Is the point.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't need 4.
Okay,
Right?
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Yeah, man, my pleasure. Rahul Teja. No, Aravind. Oh, wait. Siri. That meeting, was it positive? That meeting from last week, was it positive? No? So, well, that's like. No, it's fine. Well, no, I mean, it's not fine, but, well, I tried. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Well, no, I'm not, well, that's like. That's like.
She did not agree.
Huh?
She did not agree.
Oh, he want, oh, because the deadline. Because of the deadline. Say almost.
No, apparently she did not see me on the list. Even though, like, apparently she knows about it.
So she didn't agree because of the deadline or because she didn't see on this?
She didn't see me on the list.
Because she didn't see on this?
Yeah, she didn't see me on the list.
Well, tell her. We're here for you, though.
No, but if she doesn't see me on the list, then how can I do it?
But you are on the list.
Yeah, I did.
But you are on the list.
But he showed the list. My name wasn't there. I don't know why.
No, man. All right. That's the email you got.
That's the reply that I got from him. He just sent me the same. He just forwarded to me, basically.
Good talk. Good talk. Yeah. Because I feel like I saw. All right, hold on. Wait, hold on 1 second. I feel like I saw you on this. All right. I'll let you know. I'll send you an email. But I'm pretty sure you're on the list. Yeah, man. So I feel like you should go talk to her.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Because maybe there's a confusion. Yeah. Right? Go talk to her tomorrow. All right, cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, no problem. All right. Who's here today? Nathan, and Mark. Nathan, I promised everybody I was marking people late today.
I came late.
But I came at 6:30, but I forgot to say that.
But for Pranita, you weren't here.
No, I sat beside.
Late is being
Why did you respond? So you were here and you didn't respond?
She was busy talking.
I came with her.
You deserve to be marked late. You don't think so? Yeah. Nathan, you're late.
I'm Mark.
Sorry, Nathan.
10 minutes.
I'm late.
Sorry, my guy.
Late.
Um,
I'm early, sir.
I promised everybody I would mark people late today.
Last night.
Sir,
Nikita.
Harita.
No, Harita.
Artist.
From you. Arvind.
Vinay.
He came last night.
He came from last night.
Yeah. No, red. Green.
Not from last time.
Sorry, my guy. Arvind, you were late, right?
No, sir. I was here when you were taking attendance.
And you didn't answer? Why you didn't answer? You sure?
By that time, yeah, I'm sure.
Mukesh wasn't here.
Yeah.
Mukesh, yeah, I saw you. I saw you. Yeah, man, no problem. Ramakoteswara. Sorry, guys, I promised people, promised the ones who were early that I'd be marking people late. So, sorry about that. Sai Abhinav.
Sai Charita, sir.
Charita. Yeah, my pleasure. Oh,
I have a doubt.
You have a doubt?
Pranita,
Pranita? Latika? Pranita, you were here or not? You were here early?
promise.
Pranita, what does that mean? Pranita, what? Huh?
Promise.
Promise.
My name is Veerabhadra.
You're Badruda. You're Badruda. All right.
Ari.
Arif. Yeah, sorry guys, I promised people I was marking people late today. Yeah.
Simon Kaushik.
Manikoshi, okay. All right, guys. You're defending the project though. No, Sandia. Yeah, no, it's natural. It's natural, but no man. But there's a lot of things lot of guidance that they should be getting. A lot of guidance they should be getting even before they start to think, okay, this is the job I want to do. Like I say, 6-year graduation rates here is like under 70%. Meaning most people graduate like after 7, 8 years. Right, okay, well, yeah. And the point is that, all right. See, my theory of jobs is that if everybody got the right career counseling and applied to the right programs, the economy would be that much better, right? Because you would have the right people doing the right jobs. They'd be much better at it, and the economy would expand. It would be, overall productivity improvements. So, all right, look, for example, even Indian movie industry. You have three Bollywood controlled by the three families, right? The Kapoors, and who else again? The Khans and the Kapoors, Khans, and who else? Kapoors and the Khans, right? You know what that means? Inefficiency. Because it means that even if their niece and nephew and son and daughter are not that good, they get put into the movie. You see what I'm saying? Now, if the right people work in those movies, they'd make even that many more crores. You see what I'm saying? They'd be even more popular on the international stage. You would have Indian movies getting Oscars. You see the point? It would be that much better. So the point is, if we get the right people into the right jobs, everything will be that much better, right? So you have artificial constraints like families who control the industry, but then you also have limitations like people just don't know what to do, right? So people, you go into university and you just work super, super hard, even if it's not really your thing. But if you did the right thing for you, it will be that much better for the economy. That's the point. So I'm saying, but remember, you can resubmit it. This is the point. The point is that I'm all about excellent work. I'm not about punishing people because they didn't, get it right the first time or do it the way I wanted them to do it the first time. But the point is, second time, third time, you have to do it the way I want it. Because that's where you get punished. Make sense? So don't worry about the fact that I didn't like it. But remember, Noel, yours was one of the best. Yours was one of the best. It was one of the top 3 groups out of 15. So you're still doing pretty good, right? So, but yeah, make it more interactive. Cool?
I just have it over here.
Okay, so doubt, attendance. Who needs attendance? Doubt. All right, very good. Okay, so let's start with the first doubt. Same group or a different group?
No,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. She was, tell me.
3B, we have it.
Okay, wait, hold on.
3B here.
Sorry. So 3B, you have a doubt.